Hello, everyone. I'm here today to defend the conclusion of my Mexico PEST Analysis Essay. The conclusion of my Mexico PEST Analysis Essay was that I would not invest in Mexico at this time if I were a multinational company. Now, Mexico does have some good things going for them, such as their economy, but they also have some bad things going on for them. Now, in a moment, I'll explain the good things that are going for Mexico right now. But at the end of this video, I will explain why the bad things that are taking place in Mexico and why I would not invest in Mexico right now if I were a multinational company. So, a good thing that Mexico has going for them right now is that they're a federal presidential republic government and they have a civil law legal system that is influenced by the constitutional law system that is found in the United States, and they have judicial review for legislative acts. Their system consists of a president, a bicameral legislative system or branch, and a judicial branch. And Mexico also participates in many notable international organizations, such as the Asia Pacific Economic Corporation, which is also known as APEC, G20, the US-Mexico-Canada Agreement, the World Health Organization, which is also known as WHO, and the World Trade Organization, which is also known as the WTO. Mexico also has a free market economy that has an annual GDP growth of 4.7%, and the GDP, or the gross domestic product, was $1.27 trillion in 2021, and the unemployment rate was 4.1% in 2021. And according to a graph that I found on a government website, the GDP is expected to increase in the future based on past measurements of it. And for the employment rate, I noticed on the government website chart that it's trending at a decreasing rate. So that's a good thing. So the principal industries for Mexico are food and beverages, tobacco, chemicals, iron and steel, petroleum, mining, textiles, clothing, motor vehicles, consumer durables, and tourism. And the principal trading partners for Mexico are the United States, Canada, China, Taiwan, Germany, and Japan. The top imports for Mexico are integrated circuits, refined petroleum, cars and vehicle parts, office machinery, and telephones. And basically, imports are items that come into Mexico from different countries such as the US, Canada, China, Taiwan, Germany, and Japan. And the top exports, which are the items that Mexico sends to their principal trading partners, would be cars and vehicle parts, computers, delivery trucks, crude petroleum, and insulated wiring. And Mexico is also a founding member of the World Trade Organization. So they get favored nation treatment, which allows them to get a lot of benefits of the World Trade Organization that not many countries, or not many smaller countries get. And they also can just have a say in what the World Trade Organization does and what their policies are. And Mexico also has 13 free trade agreements with 50 countries right now, which I think is really good. They also currently have the 10th largest population in the world. 23.76% of their population is 0 to 14 years old, while 68.22% of their population is 15 to 64 years old. And their median age is 29.3 years, and their life expectancy is 73.46 years. And I feel like all these numbers are good for a country to have. Their per capita income was $10,045.70 in current US dollars in 2021. And according to a chart that I found on a government website, um, it's projected to fluctuate in the future based on the past measurements that I looked at. Like, for 1 year, I think the income was around like $9,000, and the next year was $10,000, and the following year it would drop back to $9,000. So, like based on those measurements, I determined that their per capita income would continue to fluctuate over the years. So I would say right now, 2023, that their per capita income is like around $10,000, or what it was in 2021, which is $10,045.70. Um, the people in Mexico also respect the country a lot, and they value family, and they value the country's history, which is good for any country to have. And they also have advanced manufacturing techniques, um, which is good for a country to have. Um, so now I'm going to talk about the bad parts of Mexico and why I personally would not invest in them right now if I were a multinational company. Um, so, um, so right now Mexico is experiencing a lot of issues with drug cartels and high crime rate, and being a major source and transit country for drugs such as heroin, marijuana, um, and illicit synthetic drugs, such as fentanyl, um, and creating counterfeit pills that are destined for the United States. So basically, I would not invest in Mexico if I were a multinational company right now because of those things um, that are happening right now. And I would invest in Mexico in the future if they're able to fix these issues. That's the only way I would invest in them, because it seems like based on my findings for my research that they were doing really well, but they just had these issues with the transnational uh, issues. So I wouldn't invest in Mexico until these transnational issues are fixed.